What's up, everybody? It's time for the third and final edition of Who's Worst. Let's get it started. What about Sean? Almost forgot Sean. Probably because I've never seen dude throw a forehand. Probably because I looked right over it. But if I had to guess, it's probably short. I don't know. I ain't ever seen it. I'm assuming he gets a lot of muscle behind it. And he does have the ability to rip a backhand. So, in spite of his stature, I'm going to say it's alright. He just uses it very little. Alright, next up has got to be the Tall Josh, otherwise known as Ty. Man, I'll tell you what, ranking Ty, just as I said that, as it pops in my head, I remember Ty being like mostly forehands or something at one point. And lately, and I say lately, last times we played, he was a little bit of a struggling on the forehand. Dude, I don't know what people do around here driving. Holy cow. That guy about killed us all. Luckily, I pay attention. You know, distracted driving is not good at driving. So that's why I'm locked in, you know. Either way, I know Ty said he's struggling lately. And I don't know. When I see Ty play, he's throwing forehands out there. All I know is like, I'm just constantly calling like, that dude is getting a lot better. Holy cow. Like, he went from this dude struggling around the course, falling down hills, just trying to be out there having fun, to this dude that's like a legit threat to beat me on every hole. He's good. Like, dude's all of a sudden good. It don't matter if it's, you know, if it's forehand or whatever, he's still got a chance. And he still just falls down hills. Like, it's crazy. He's still falling down hills. So you would think you couldn't throw a forehand if you're falling down hills, but he does it. It's wild. But yeah, so I'm gonna give I'm giving Ty an F for falling down hills. But also, he's got a good forehand. Good enough forehand, at least to not be worse. So who's next? Oh, baby. Next up on the list, 40. Right where he thought he would be. I'm just kidding. He's not where he thought he would be. He's one of the ones, actually, it was more than one. It was many that thought they had the worst forehand on the tour. But it's not Thorny. This dude, I'm giving him I'm giving him a C. He's got to have a C. It's probably that way, honestly, because it's always backwards when I flip the phone back around. But I'm giving dude a C as just confused. I don't get it. I might give him an F for frustrated. I'm giving him both. I'm confused and frustrated. He's the only person on the trips that I get frustrated watching him throw forehands, because it don't make any sense. I'm giving him a IDAS because it don't make any sense. He gets the whole alphabet. I don't get it. Dude can throw a forehand with a putter, a Rhino, and I get it. Rhino isn't exactly like, you know, most of us use a Rhino as an approach disc. Me, Dutt, Calvin Heimberg, Thorny, all the greats, you know, like, it can do that, I get it. But so can a destroyer. A destroyer, you can throw a destroyer on a forehand. You can throw any disc on a forehand, sidewinder, whatever. But Thorny has a really good approach forehand. You can't have a really good approach forehand and then say you don't have a good forehand. It doesn't work. That doesn't compute. So I'm always arguing with him, dude, you can throw a forehand off the tee pad, shut up and just throw it. And then he throws it and he's like, see? And he proves me wrong. But it's not possible. A lot of people throw a forehand off the tee pad and and they can't throw an approach forehand. It takes touch. It's a different skill set, which should obviously work in reverse as well, but it doesn't, because if you can't throw it off the tee pad, you roll it over trying to throw an approach. Not thorny. So I'm like, dude, just stand still, throw it like you throw your approach. He still can't do it. I don't get it. I don't understand why. Dude's got a good forehand and somehow does not have a good forehand, and that doesn't make any sense at all. And for that, I might kick him out of 2-off-1. No, just kidding. But man, I don't get it. Frustrating, thorny. Throw your shot on the tee pad like you do on your approach game. You might have the best forehand on the trips, or well, not on the trips because you'd have to go, but on the tour. Not on the tour because that implies touring, but on the team 2-off-1. And last but not last and least, the dubious distinction, the worst forehand on team 2-off-1. Everybody bring it on in. We're gonna celebrate Rusty Denton. This dude's forehand only goes like 380 feet. Straight, flat, and everybody's like, well, that sounds pretty good to me. No, have you seen this dude throw backhand? If you can throw backhand 783 feet with your offhand on any line known to man, right at the chains, you gotta be better with your forehand. You know? I mean, you can't just go out there and lace you a 380 footer, hyzer flips straight down the pipe, and think you can get away with just doing that. I mean, when you got a 938 foot backhand, that would be the equivalent of my forehand being 123 feet. That ain't impressing nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if Dutt, who's out here throwing 400, he's throwing a 200 foot forehand? Everybody's gonna be like, that guy's forehand sucks. That's Rusty. If you can throw 9 miles, that 300 foot forehand ain't impressing nobody. So get to the field, buddy. Time to start working. Do a little bit. Quit disappointing the family. Team 2-off-1. You gotta be better. And there you have it. Hope everybody enjoyed. If you'd like for me to rank the other parts of your games, feel free to let me know. Alright, disc golf. Yay!
Jeez. I shot. What was that, Bussy?
Outstanding.